Ian, 1-0 defeat here at Ochilview against Queen's Park. Your thoughts in the 90 minutes, please?
Yeah, it's obviously we're disappointed with the scoreline within the game. Again, and I say it most weeks now, win or lose, there's not a lot in the game, so I think we saw that today more than ever. How Sam's didn't go in the first 5 minutes, I'll never know, because for me it was in. It looked in all the way, and then even when it hit the post, I thought it was in. They hit the woodwork as well second half, then we hit one woodwork at the end. But the ultimate is we've lost the game 1-0 to a set play.
I heard you talking to the written media and you're saying fine lines, and certainly from where we were sitting in the commentary box, fine lines was the difference today.
It is, and I know it's just, the same reel that managers and coaches say every week, but it is because, especially in that game, that was probably the closest game between two teams that we've been involved in this season in terms of the 90 minutes. I felt we started the game incredibly well, and we dominated the first 15-20 minutes. After that, Queen's come into the game, as you would expect, hitting us on the counter more than anything else, because we had full control of the game at that point, and we were just lacking that sharpness, or lacking that decisive moment in front of goal, and that was the biggest frustration for me today. Our decision making going forward, because we did have good opportunities.
I completely agree with you. This first 15-20 minutes, some of the football was exceptional. We also didn't seem to carry much luck. You talk about Sam hitting the post. There a couple of times Sam got into the box, slipped. Things like the little things that made the difference today.
That's it. Again, it's all if buts and maybes. We'll never know how the game would have went if these goals go in, but it would have given us a platform for the game. It would have changed the scoreline, obviously. But we need to eradicate that. That's we spoke to the players there, and we played all right, played decent enough. But to be a good team, you have to be better than that, and to put a run together, you need to do better than that. We need to demand more from our forward players, because I felt our forward play wasn't good enough today. I felt we allowed Queens at times to dictate the defensive line, dictate aerial duels, and we need to be better. We need to get the players' knowledge of playing like that and playing against teams like this much higher. We have got good experience in certain areas of the park. We haven't got good experience in other areas, so we have to kind of bear with that a little bit, but it's frustrating.
Close. Near the end we hit the bar, had one cleared off the lines, we chased that equaliser. From where we were sitting in the commentary side, opposite side from the dugouts, we thought it was over the line.
I don't think so. I've seen it back in there. I don't think Quinn's header's over the line, that's for sure, and then the second one's definitely not, because it comes back off the crossbar. We have to give credit to the defence of Queen's Park for getting their head on it, because it looked a goal all the way. It would have been a great time to score. It would have been a decent point away from home, and we tried to go for it. We had to. We had no real options. There's no point in sitting in. We had to try and keep our attacking players in the park, regardless of their level of performance, because it's just the way we try and do it. But it is frustrating. I can understand other people's frustrations, but players as well, and staff and supporters, of course, because they turn out in good numbers every single week. But I can't fault the players' attitude towards the game. They worked great towards the game. I felt they worked incredibly hard within it. They're not getting that little bit of luck at the moment. Well, we're not getting it as a group. But if we keep working hard and we keep believing in ourselves and we keep trusting each other, then we will get it. And it takes time. Sometimes takes a long time, but we'll get there. And the demands are now becoming higher and higher within the dressing room, because we've now got pressure on players to perform well. And I said to the players in there after the game as well, there was a couple that would have came off if I could, but I had to keep them on.
We'll go back into training Monday, all set for next Saturday.
That's it, and that's the message I said to the guys as well, because they are down. They are frustrated, and they're wanting to do better, and they're trying to do better, but we have to remain positive, and we have to take this week to improve, to learn, and be ready for the visit next week of Cove Rangers, because it's an opportunity for us. But that's all it is. There is absolutely no guarantees in this league of how the game's going to go. Cove Rangers have picked up a fantastic win today, and they'll come full of confidence. If we're not on it and we think we can go out there and we think we're entitled to win football games, then we're on the wrong road completely. So we need to make sure the players are in first thing Monday morning, recovered very well over the weekend, and ready to go again for next Saturday.
Ian, once again, thanks for your honesty, thanks for your interview, and we'll catch up with you midweek.
Thank you. Cheers.